Alright, welcome back everybody. Today, I'm gonna go ahead and give a little tour of my Grounded 2 base before the new update comes out. I just want to go ahead and go over everything that I've built in here and whatnot. Because most likely with the update, they're gonna be adding the, Abyss area and stuff, and I'll probably be moving my base more towards that area. Or at least build a new one over there. So starting off, here's a pretty good look of it from the outside. Nothing too crazy, looks like a nice little, honestly, it looks like a nice little cozy shack. It's not necessarily what I was going for, but I love the way it looks. Out here we got our, our water, our dew collectors, as well as our water containers and our ponic patches. I like putting them out here too, because whenever you chop them down, this area, it's like completely flat. So you don't have to worry about them bouncing around. They're going anywhere crazy. They all just fall flat right here. And over here, we got our little, our Everchar roasting spit. So we can make all of our cooked food. We got our jerky racks right here. I don't really use these that much. I don't know. I've never really been a fan of the jerky mechanic in this game. But I keep those out for the ash and leather. And we head over here. We do have a couple of regular garden patches. I don't use these too much for anything besides mushrooms, but they are there in case I need them. The whole wood floor. This is all burr. This is a burr floor right here. Got our mushroom walls as well as a burr roof. We got all our spinning wheels right here. Right? Grinders. Put them all right here, and everything within this little area does interact with each other, so I don't have to worry about walking over to a chest and getting items out and then putting it right here. All of the items can, like, register from that distance. Right here we got our glue masher, because we need the repair glue. We got our cooked food, our raw food, right? And then our cookery right here, so we can make different assortments of meals. Our workbench, of course, you always need your workbench. We got our smithing station, which I don't really use this one. This one's here just for looks. Our 2 ovens. Also, the only reason I don't have more than 2 ovens is because I'm too lazy to go back and get the charcoal. But once I do, I will probably put 2 ovens above these. So we'll have 4 ovens in this area. And then we got our storage right here. These top 2 rows are completely dedicated to nature items. So that's like, it's like, sprigs, rocks, pebblets, web fibers, simple stuff like that. What are you doing in my base, bro? Anyways, as I was saying, our nature items, right? That's just like just everything you find in nature, all the naturally occurring stuff. And then we have our human items down here. This is stuff that was, obviously made by humans. So, the orc receiver, the Everchar charcoal chunk, the gum, the gunpowder clump, all that stuff. Right here we got our edible items. So this is basically everything that you can consume without dying. And this, I think most of this you can actually plant. I believe the blueberry chunks, the lingonberry chunks, the lime chunks, that stuff you can plant. I don't know about the apple. I don't think the apple. Yeah, definitely not the apple. But yeah, that's just all the edible items. We got our seed items right here. So this is all the stuff like fertilizer and the seeds for the ponic patches and whatnot. Right here we got our boss items, right? So we got our goopy gobblers, just in case we need to go fight the lizard. But I did want to put his scales down here because he is like, he's a colossus, he's a big guy. He's a big guy. And eventually, I hope we'll be able to fight him. I think that would be pretty cool, as if we got the chance to, duke it out with him. And then right up here, we got our armory. This is basically just all of my little trinkets and just extra weapons that I don't have displayed. Right here, we have our consumables. Obviously, this is all our smoothies and our bandages and whatnot, as well as our smoothie station right here, so we can make as much as we want. And then right over here, the top 2 rows for this one are dedicated to insect items. Just anything that comes off of, the insects around the park. Right here we got our processed items. So this is all like mushroom bricks, just everything that's been processed through one of these things, the spinning wheel or the grinder. We got our smithing items right here. So this is all like the brittle plating and, sturdy plating, whatnot. And then our goopy items, which is just, the assortment of sappy, sticky, just anything liquidy, really. I just put them all in this chest. Yeah, that's our storage area right here. And if I need to expand, I don't even know where I'm gonna go, to be honest. I mean, I think it's technically more storage than I'm ever gonna need, especially with these top 2 rows being dedicated to nature items and insect items. But if I do need to, I can remove this burr floor right here, put a little trapdoor. There is a little area underneath that I could have more items, just so they're within the general vicinity of the spinning wheels and the stuff like that. Now, if we head back here, we have our little wizard hearth, as well as our scorpion lounger, just in case we want to take a day off, just enjoy the warmth of our achievements. Got a little stuffed black worker ant back here, as well as a tarantula candelabra. Candelabra. That's how you say that, right? Candelabra. If I move in through here, we got our bedroom. I don't know why there's a glass plank on the floor. I have no idea why that's there. We got a little grass side table, acorn shelf, our pedal bed, little dresser, you know. Nothing too fancy. Just a place where I can lay my hay, get some shut-eye. Then if we head upstairs, there's really nothing up here. I haven't done anything with this place. Not really sure what I'm gonna do with this area. This is just kind of extra space at the moment. If you guys have any ideas on what I could do with this small of an area, let me know down below. But, I mean, I pretty much have everything that I need off on that side of my base, so I'm not even really sure what I could use utility-wise over here. We don't have any meals for Axel, but we do have, you know, just all their items and whatnot. And I know the snake isn't technically a boss. Now, if we come back over here, I got my buffing barrel right here. Technically, this doesn't need to be inside because the buggies don't ever really come inside, but I like the way it looks above the stairs. Then if we go down to my cellar, I got my armory down here. This is where all of my my armor likes to aura farm. I don't really have it like sorted to any like specifics. It's kind of just like I have my rogue armors over here, my red colored armors right here. These are all like my my tank armors, you know, like my heavy armors. Cool armor, this protects me from the chill and whatnot. And then just random armors right here. Most of these I don't have upgraded fully. I do have this one upgraded fully. This one's my favorite, I'm not gonna lie. I think this might be most people's favorite, is the Mantis set. I love the way it looks. I think it's great, especially with these weapons. But yeah, here, let me go put the armor right here. And I got the Voldemort thing going on right now. Love that, love that. But yeah, this is my my little armory. Nothing too crazy, nothing too crazy. I just like to display them. And then we got our smithing station right here in the middle, in case we want to upgrade anything. Another thing I like about this little armory is it's connected to a ranger station, so I don't have to walk like 500 miles to unlock new recipes or get new upgrades for my Omni Hammer or analyze resources or anything like that. I can just do it straight from the comfort of my base. Now, if we head outside, I'm gonna grab a little dew real quick. Got a little diving board over here. And this is where, like, the stranger, the mysterious stranger encounters whenever she sends her waves of, orc insects at you. You just jump on here, boom, get in the turret before they even spawn. They'll spawn around this area, and then you can just light them up. And then if you have a buggy out here, they'll be putting in work too. So yeah, honestly, pretty good defensive tower right here. If you want to look at that, that's just like a thatch peak dome, and then the acorn turret on top of it, and then the spike strips around it. This was not my idea. I'm not gonna take credit for this idea, but I just don't know who posted this idea. I saw it somewhere on like TikTok or YouTube Shorts or something. So if you guys do know who actually came up with this idea in the first place, feel free to let me know down below, and I'll tag him. But yeah, I really do like this idea. I love it a lot, and the diving board jumping straight on top of it, I think that's a nice little touch. And then right over here, I have stuffed black soldier ants and a cricket wall mount. Just because crickets and the black soldier ants love to spawn around here. So I'll just farm them whenever they're around. And then we got a little landing pad right here, just in case I want to jump from the top safely. We got our little ant nest right here. Back here, we got our ladybug nest just hidden away right by this little pond. I think that's a nice place to have it. And if we head back around here, we got our spider nest off in this back corner. We got our grass planks right here, our stem pallets right there. And they got two little armor stands saluting me as I come up the stairway into my armory. And yeah, that just wraps right back around. All nice and cozy. Pretty much everything I need in one little area. But yeah, that's pretty much the base tour. I don't think I'm gonna change anything else about this base. I know once the update comes out, there's gonna be a whole new section of the map to explore. So maybe I'll build a new base there. I don't know if it'll be as cool as this base, but I want to build a sky base, you know, like a very high up base, because once they add zip lines into the game, when they do, I want to be able to have a base where I could just zip line anywhere I need to in the park. So for now, this is kind of just my temporary base, but it is still a nice base nonetheless. And I did focus more on storage than anything else, which in most survival games, that's how I play. If you go and look at my Subnautica 2 base video, which I'll link it somewhere up here on screen, half of the base, if not 95% of the base, is just straight up storage space. Like, I have a little bit of area in the base where, you know, it's good for decoration and whatnot, and then the rest of the base is just straight up functionality, storage space, and more storage space than I'll ever need single player. But that's how I like to play my survival games. I just like to have infinite storage space so I can make everything that I need in the comfort of my abode. But yeah, so I don't think I'll ever change it. I don't think I'll change this base, but I probably will end up building either a bigger and better base or little scattered bases around, and then this might be my main home. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get that out of the way. I know there's an update coming out soon, so they're going to be adding a lot of new materials and a lot of new areas to explore. So I'm not sure if I'll be leaving this base or if this base will be my main base for the foreseeable future. But yeah, I just wanted to give a little tour, get this out of the way, show off what I've been doing in this game. But yeah, if you have any comments or, constructive criticism, anything like that that you want to tell me about the base, I'm all ears. Leave something down in the comments. Let me know what's up. I enjoy the way this base looks so far, but it is pretty bland. It is pretty simple, and I am open to opinions. So yeah. I appreciate you watching the video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe. It helps extremendously. Is that even a word? Extremendously? I think I just made up a word. Extra tremendously. It helps extremendously. So please go ahead and hit that subscribe, hit that like. But above all, I appreciate you watching the video. Have a blessed day. Peace out. Also, coming back post-edit here, I totally forgot to tell y'all where the location was. But right here, right to the right of the greenhouse, on the porch, underneath that stool, that's where my base is. So yeah, if you want to build a base in the same spot, that's where it is. But yeah, peace.